I'm Sarah from Justice for Education, and today we are here with Amal that will speak about Ecoles, which is located in Morocco. So Amal, thank you very much for being here. Can you tell us about Ecoles, how it started and why?
So I used to be a teacher in a very privileged school in Casablanca. And we had a week every year where we would take our high schoolers to different parts of the country to explore the country. And that year I went to the valley of Eight Bougames. And on this trip, one of our teachers said, listen, we are a school, a very privileged school, so most of the kids were well off. Let's go visit a local school. And that's where everything started. When we visited the local schools, I started crying, to be honest. And I said, we have to do something. And this was, I believe, in May. And in September, beginning of September, I returned with a group of friends and teachers to renovate one class, because the glasses were, the windows were broken, the paint was off the walls, and we brought them backpacks, we brought them clothes, very different from the privileged children we were used to having in our classrooms. So we started like this, and we worked like this for about 2 years, but we weren't organized. We just, we didn't have a plan. And then all of a sudden, we were stopped. We said, what are you doing here? Who asked you to come? So what we did was actually acting like colonizers. We come and said, oh, we're from the city. We know best what is for you, what is there is for you. First lesson learned, you should always ask the people that live there what they want, discuss, have, you can share your intent, but then make sure that these people agree with what you want to have to offer. And so the first thing that we realized is we had to get organized. So 2006, we started the NGO with our papers and bank account and made everything very clear. And we started renovating schools and distributing clothes and building fountains and toilets, but all with the consent of the people there. Okay. And from then on, it just grew bigger. And we went to different areas as well, but we always only worked in rural Morocco. Okay. And only in areas that were very difficult to get to. I said, well, the parts that are in the country that are easier to get to, other people can do it. I like challenge. We had 15 kilometers of road that needed a 4x4. It took us 3 hours. It's only 15 kilometers, And then you had to go on donkey, on mule, to get to the different parts. Many people won't do that, but our group, we wanted to reach those that have not been reached yet.
Yeah. So which type of people do you help with the NGO, and which are the specific geographic areas? Like you help in the rural areas, but which of these?
So we specialize in school children and the community. So on our website, you'll see that we have the ecosystem of Ecoles. So that it's a child-based NGO. So the child is always in the center of everything that we do. But surrounding, we do environment. So we plant trees. We help empower women so that they can help their children grow as well, so that they're not left behind. We help with school supplies at the beginning of each year, and we renovate schools. That is our main goal. And when we say region, we're in the mountainous region, in the desert. And so in Morocco, it's the areas of El House. It's where the earthquake was last year. And actually, the projects that we had been supporting for the last 3 years were completely destroyed because it wasn't an area that was ever affected by an earthquake, so people didn't build in consequence. And we are now rebuilding 2 boarding houses for 1,000 children.
Okay. So which are the main challenges of your work, of your daily work?
The main challenges is to get funds because the more money you have, the more projects you can do.
Yeah.
I have many dreams, and sometimes I wish I could just stop working and only work on the NGO. But money is always an issue because the more money you have, the more you can do as well. The other problem is sometimes mentality. You try to educate and change the mentality of certain people, trying to make sure that they understand that when you come there, it's not the government that sends you, but it's you who go there in your free time. And sometimes it's misinterpreted and you say, well, the government is sending you, you have to be here. No, I don't have to be here. I'm doing this because I want to help you and your community. Another challenge that we've often had is transport.
Okay.
Transportation of goods. Sometimes we deliver things with a truck, but then we have to unpack everything and then it has to continue on a mule's back because it's in areas where trucks or cars cannot move forward.
Okay, so the population has a certain resistance to the government, the action of the government. So how is it?
No. It's just that they think that they don't understand that individual people can want to go there. So they automatically say, no, the government is the one who's saying, no, they're very happy when we come, of course.
Okay.
They're happy, but they think that, I have to be there because I was sent. But no, on the contrary, they're happy to get help and to have things change because once again, we don't do anything anymore that we hadn't discussed before.
Yeah. It's really important to discuss before and to...
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's really important to do not impose your help, but know what they want.
That's why we always partner with local NGOs. Okay. Because it's local NGOs. I mean, we're based in Casablanca, but if I'm going to be working in the house, I need to understand what the people in the house really need and want. And we've partnered with the Anwar, for example, association since 2009. We've been working very closely, and it's thanks to their knowledge and our teamwork that we've been able to do many, many wonderful things there.
And which is the best part of this work, of your work, for you?
Seeing the smiles on the children. Yeah.
Okay. These NGOs, does it have some future missions, some future goals? How is the vision for the future?
So, to be honest, before the earthquake, I thought we would continue as we always have, renovate schools, build toilets, build fountains, and distribute clothes, etc. But after now seeing the impact the boarding houses that we are currently building in Esni will have next year when we open them, I was talking to one of our board members and I said to her, maybe this is what we should specialize in boarding houses. Instead of doing, a bit of everything all the time, but to really concentrate doing one boarding house every year, and that's our goal. And in different regions of Morocco, and maybe just, taking what we have learned from the building of these first 2 boarding houses, seeing if there are any adjustments, and then replicating them in the different areas. And then, of course, in the architecture of the different areas where we would build them. But I think I would like to specialize. And I think that's something that I had in mind just recently. And thinking about it more and more, I think it would be quite a cool idea.
Okay, so your action is not just about education, it's about social impacts. You are changing the lives of many people.
Yes, yeah. Because education, when you build a nice and comfortable place for children to learn, when you give them a place where they can have a hot shower, when you give them a place where they have a library, where they can sit in a clean place, their minds are much more open to studying.
Yeah.
And we are all about quality and not quantity. So we always say that if we have the money today, we will do this one thing. But I'm not going to renovate 10 schools if I can renovate better one school.
Yeah.
And while doing that, we always think of how can we give the child more comfort so that the children can study better.
Guaranteeing education to the child, you also have an impact on their families. So the family change because of that child can study and have a better
Exactly.
future.
Yeah, exactly. But you have to keep in mind that we do this hand in hand with the state. So now even the boarding houses, we are building these boarding houses for the state, meaning that afterwards the program is the state program. But my influence after the building of these boarding houses are built will be after school activities. Like I would like to develop a civic education program, For me, that's super important. We still have a lot to do in that field in Morocco. Simple things. Don't throw your trash on the floor. Keep your toilets clean when you have used them. But something, I still haven't had the perfect idea, but something that is ingrained that you can keep on teaching, that maybe, hopefully, when they are even the teachers can use that in their day-to-day teachings as well.
Okay. So is there any message you want to leave to the people that will listen your words?
That education is, for me, the most important thing there is in the world. Without education, our lives are not the same.
Yeah.
And to never give up hope.
Hope it's what allow you to continue.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Amal, thank you very much for your words. Are really inspirational and make us think about a better future. And this better future is possible just with our action and with your action with these NGOs.
And there's actually one thing, sorry, if I could add. People think that, oh, I don't have money or I don't have anything I can contribute. It's not true. Because everyone, regardless of the amount of money or not, can help in any kind of form. You just have to be willing.
Yeah.
Just giving time is also money, but it's not valued as such. If you give your time and to go to a school and to give an hour of English or an hour of philosophy or an hour of math, that's already a value given, and value can also be counted in as a very, very useful thing.
It's about using your energies for something good, for something constructive, for something that can bring happiness to the others.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Amal, for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you,
and
everyone.
Good luck with your project.
Thank you very much. We are trying our best to bring these stories like yours that make us like returning to believe in humanity,
Yeah.
Give us true examples. Thank you, everyone, for having watched this interview, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.